Sorry about that.
Vendor Business Manager for Physical Security. So today we have Dave Drew from IPConfigure about the new product line and the opportunity in working with Ingram. Those of you that probably aren't familiar with IPConfigure, them being a brand new vendor to Ingram, they are a developer of IP video surveillance solutions. They offer a diverse line, including video management software, storage, license plate recognition, video surveillance application servers, as well as global opportunities as well. So we thank Dave for being with us and going through the product line and giving us an update on IPConfigure.
Hi. So my name is Dave Drew. I'm the West Coast Regional Sales Manager for IPConfigure. Going who IPConfigure is as a company, just to let you guys know, we are a United States-based company. However, we do have a global reach through our distribution partners such as yourself. We were founded in 2003, so you'll notice we're not a fly-by-night company. We're not a startup. We're not somebody just cropped up in this industry. However, our name has been relatively quiet over the past, and I'll go into that a little bit when I get into more of the background of the company. We're headquartered out of Norfolk, Virginia, with field offices as well. I'll go into the structure and who your points of contact are in the regions in a few minutes here as well. IPConfigure started off in 2003, and we've had some very, very large customers, but some very focused customers. Our product line started across with Enterprise Surveillance Manager, and we'll get into that a little bit when I talk briefly about what our products are and what they do. But we were really the first to develop a complete browser-based video management solution. That Enterprise Surveillance Manager software is an enterprise video management software, VMS, that's 100% browser-based on the client side. So in this industry, often you'll see products that, video management side, DVRs, NVRs, however you want to call it, VMSs, you'll see that may have a browser option that will give some limited functionality. Maybe you can see live video, playback video, change a user here or there, but that'll all be chopped down and limited to what you can do in your solution. Everything we do in our software is browser-based, so there is no client that you have to go download to machines. It also opens up our software to being agnostic to the operating system that you're operating on. So if your client software for other VMSs has to be run on Windows or Mac or Linux, etc., you don't have that with us. Your client is a web browser, and that's built into every operating system that's out there, be it an OS. So if you want to use an iPad, an iPod, iPhone, etc., Android operating systems, Linux, Windows, Mac, we're agnostic to what you're using because it's all built into the web browsers that are already there. We're also the first to develop an embedded license plate recognition software. There's been LPR around for quite a while. But we were the first to develop one that can be embedded directly onto a camera, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. We do have database-centric architectures capable of supporting unlimited cameras with Enterprise Surveillance Manager, unlimited locations, and unlimited users. And we'll talk a little bit about that when I get into the selling points of ESM as well. But to our history and our background, that large selling point for us, our biggest customer to date, had over 10,000 cameras operating in over 3,000 locations and over 10,000 cameras, and soon to expand out to 25,000 cameras. So you can see you can really expand these systems out to as big as you want to get. Structured at IPConfigure, we do have a very small sales force. We have 4 regional sales managers. One of those regional sales managers is also our vice president of sales. So I handle the West Coast. You'll see that I cover basically the Rocky Mountains and West. My contact information is in the slide, and I'll send it in a follow-up email that we can get distributed to you guys as well. Jose Shabir is our Gulf States and our Southeast regional sales manager. He also handles Latin America and Canada for us. We have Tom Shizik, who is our Middle Atlantic regional sales manager, and besides our vice president of sales handles the Midwest and the Northeast. Figures about being open, and everything that we do, all 3 of our softwares that we'll go over, everything we do is on an open API. We are totally willing to work with anybody out there that's in the video security industry, and kind of everything we do is surrounded by that open API. We don't charge for our integration to these customers. We don't back when it comes to integrating with customers either. If you ever have a customer that comes to you and says, well, hey, I really like these cameras that I'm working with and it's not on our list, get a hold of us. We'll make it happen. On the camera side, for Enterprise Surveillance Manager, one of our 3 softwares and 4 products that we're going over, we have over 25 camera manufacturers that we're integrated with. And if you look in systems and hit those drop-down menus, those 25 camera partners are the top 25 out there. You're seeing Axis, Hikvision, Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, etc., Vivotech. All large camera manufacturers are in Enterprise Surveillance Manager. Another nice piece of Enterprise Surveillance Manager, though, is the ability to pull in RTSP streams. So even if we don't have an integration done for one of those 20, we only have those 25 camera manufacturers. If you have a camera manufacturer you're working with that is on our integration list, we simply pull in the RTSP stream and still record video, playback video, etc. Just getting into more advanced features of PT movements or wording or things like that is usually where you need the deeper integration into the system. It is our small to medium business video management system. We'll go over that one as well. But that completely on VIF driven. So with it being on VIF, we have over 2,000 camera models out there that we work with. Almost the manufacturers in the industry are on VIF compliant already. And the same as with the SM and Orchid, we can do the RTS streaming directly to the system and not have a need for an integration pulling in an RTSP stream off of the cameras. With plate recognition, with 2 versions of our license plate recognition, the embedded version that we started off with, which is embedded directly onto Axis cameras through their ACAP platform. So need for a server to run your license recognition software, we can run it directly on a camera with the full interface being built into that camera already. And all you need is a web browser to get into this license plate recognition software and see your license plates, search your license plates, add users to a watch list, or program the camera to perform actions when you get a hit off of a watch list. All that is directly on the camera with no other hardware needed whatsoever. And then we have a hardware-based license plate recognition software that can be run with our video management system, Enterprise Surveillance Manager, or integrated through the open API into other VMSs out there. Very example of that is our current integration with Exact. You can run license plate recognition software with cameras and have the information pumped over to an Exact VMS. So looking at what this means for a partner ecosystem, looking at all of this, these really do become partners, even where they could be as our competitors because they have video management systems as well. They are still partners because we work engineering efforts together. The list of who IPConfigure is as a company gets outside of the software piece and goes to the hardware side. We have a full line of servers built for management systems. These are not products we are OEMing from somebody else. We actually make ours, with the exception of some of the servers in our Tiger line, and I'll go over what thin lines are in a second here. But we do have some partner ecosystem partner as well. The capability of taking our software and putting it on a Buffalo NAS or a Raspberry device, to where you have a server, switch, everything built into one device with the VMS preloaded. And talking about that partner ecosystem, our servers that we build, it was generally the vast majority of the servers that I do sell on the hardware side are not even from my video management systems. I'm selling them to Exact customers, to Milestone customers, to Genetech customers, to Vigilon customers. Having a robust hardware server piece that we can put other video management systems on at generally a lower cost, you'll see it from other manufacturers in the industry, gives us another strong piece of that partner ecosystem. And we also work very closely with some other technologies partners out there. Just a small example of that is some of the switch companies like Control and Transition Networks working very close on sales and marketing efforts to make sure that we're building complete systems for customers as we go through them. So IPConfigure fits, and as I said in the past, we've had a very small customer base, but a very, very large in stature of who they are. You see customers like the U.S. Marshals Service, Costco, ATF, very, 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 very many school districts. But we've been very concentrated on what we've done as products. In the past half, 2 years, we've really sought to expand IPConfigure past being that focused piece into getting a bigger name in the industry and spreading out our customer base. So very strong constant pass on government, education, and retail. On the government side, as I said, ATF, City of Seattle, United States Postal Service, Virginia Port Authority, some examples of customers there. United States Postal Service, by and large, is our largest customer, and that's that 10,000 cameras spread out over 4,000 locations. Education, we've been very big in universities, and then also K through 12 has been a huge market for us. We have very, very many school districts that we're involved with both Enterprise Surveillance Manager and license plate recognition software. And then retail, Orvis, Ralph Lauren, Sprinkles Cupcakes, the Tampa Bay Rays, the YMCA. Almost every YMCA in the United States has our products. Medana. Also, we don't talk about much, but we 2 years ago got in conversations with, and then last year were selected as the video management system of choice for a major fast food chain in the United States, the biggest fast food chain out there. That's all I'll say there. But you can see our products are in very, very large customers. So the products and what they are. Everything that we do on the software side is browser-based. I've already mentioned that, but no need to install client software. It's easy to use, easy to administer, all in one location. Band control, both in Enterprise Surveillance Manager and in Orchid. We have capabilities of doing some reduced bandwidth coming from the server over to the clients, to the web pages. So independent live recording frames and resolutions and scalability. Going to Orchid a little farther, on the medium business video management system, we even have something called low bandwidth mode, to where the web browser that you're logging into talks back to the server and analyzes what kind of connection you've got, and adjusts the frame rate and the resolution of the video to that pipe that you have, so that you're not bogging bandwidth. Everything we do within our software, be it ESM, Surveillance Manager, Orchid, or license plate recognition software, is built around analytics. You hear the buzz about analytics out there everywhere. Well, we're much taking analytics and using that as a piece that we're selling as a tack on. It's already, some of these analytics are already built into the systems, even if you never see them as an option. Things like tripwire video motion detection, some advanced algorithms we've got in our motion detection. These are things that are commonly used as analytics in the industry already, and just taken and developed and sold as add-ons, or companies are built around them. We're incorporating these things into our systems already. As far as development, one thing I would say about IPConfigure that should be attractive to almost anybody is that on the engineering side, over 50% of our company is made up of engineers. And everything that we're doing is in-house. We're not having to go and source this stuff anywhere else. We have 2 PhDs on staff, 2 doctors that do nothing but write code in software. They develop all of our analytics, all of our software for us, and then a full development team on top of that. What that to your customer is, when you're looking for changes to a system or something specific to your needs, working with other manufacturers out there, they say, hey, I like what your software does. However, I wish it did this a little bit differently, or it had this additional feature. With other manufacturers, you may be waiting 6 months, 8 months, a year for a new feature to be developed in the software. Well, we are very agile on that side. You come to one of our regional sales managers and say, hey, customers looking for this feature. Everything that you have in your software is almost dead on. The customer's looking for this feature, or customers wishing this feature did this a little bit differently. We can hit that process a lot faster than any other manufacturer out there in developing those things. And that really helps us build stronger relationships with our customers as well. The software a little bit, Enterprise Surveillance Manager, again, and I'm going to go through the 4 products that we have. It's very simple with us. The 4 products, 3 being software, being hardware. Enterprise Surveillance Manager is our top-of-the-line product. It is an enterprise video management solution comparable to companies out there like Genetec, Milestone, Avigilon, et cetera, on their enterprise platforms. One thing that does really stand out, again, is that no client software. You don't have to go download a client. And if you're in a situation like that Postal Service where you've got 3,000 locations, it could become very cumbersome to go out to every single location and update a software client, or to download or to load a software client onto 3,000 different PCs. With us, everything is web browser based, so it's a huge time saver, labor. It's scalable. People are supporting an unlimited number of cameras, unlimited number of users, unlimited number of locations. It's as big as you want to possibly grow this system. Very easy to search through it. Enterprise Surveillance Manager is really built around case management. The strong piece of Enterprise Surveillance Manager where you'll see it used most is applications where you have somebody sitting in front of the video, watching the video, wanting to analyze the video and interact with it all the time. It's not a set it and forget it type of application. It truly is something where you're going to see a network operations center or a school resource officer or a police officer interacting with the video management system all the time. From a price point and being competitive out there, generally we can tell customers outside of you guys, we can tell customers what MSRP is all day long, but generally I'll tell you, call your regional sales manager and work out pricing with them on Enterprise Surveillance Manager. We have a lot of flexibility in what we can do with this to stay competitive with everybody out there. At MSRP with no discount or anything else, you're sitting competitive to the other enterprise systems out there, the Milestones, the Genetechs. We can come down in price to get competitive with mid-range VSs out there, the Exacts of the world, the Avigilons of the world, in the mid-range price points. And for specific projects, we can even go lower than that. Another piece that makes Enterprise Surveillance Manager really sticks out is the unlimited license. We are the only one that we know of in this industry that is offering an unlimited license, meaning you pay a one-time fee and you'll never pay for a camera license again, no matter how many cameras you want to add on to that system. That really for customers who are seeing their system grow to anything over 200 cameras in the lifetime of their system, if they're going to exceed 200 cameras, the cost breaking point of that enterprise unlimited license really becomes a cost saver to them on upfront initial investment. Won't get too much into pricing or anything on this webinar, but if you have further questions on those things, give a regional sales manager a call. We'll be happy to work through those details and on a case-by-case basis. However, Enterprise Surveillance Manager from an enterprise VMS standpoint can be a huge, huge cost savings to customers, and it's got full flexibility and functionality. Display recognition, kind of went over that a little bit already. 2 versions of it. We have an embedded version and a server-based version. The embedded version works with Axis cameras. The flexibility there is that we have over a dozen cameras that we can choose from based on engineering that's done together with Axis. Over a dozen cameras to choose from and say, I need this feature, this function, this distance, this kind of housing, this form factor, etc. We have some flexibility there on what we do with the cameras. Whereas most other license plate recognition companies out there, you're stuck with whatever LPR camera they send you. A camera that they want to involve you with, limited in functionality, doesn't have the distance you're looking for, etc. You're out with us. It's about the software, and then we choose the hardware with Axis to get you where you need to be. CS integration works very well with our on the server-based side. Works very, very well with our VMS, eSIM. Work well with Exact VMS through an integration that we've done, and we can get you all the information on that as well. Anybody else out there that has a video management system that is willing to work with somebody with an open API, we can give them all the information they need to integrate that LPR software into their VMS as well through push notifications. Multiple license plate recognition as well on the side. On the embedded on the camera side, you have one watch list to deal with. So the watch list can be good cop. I call it the good cop, bad cop trail. Anything that camera can be triggered to do will trigger off of that watch list. So, for example, I'm watching license plates at a school, and I have a student parking lot. I have all the students' license plates because they're registered with the school office. When they pull up to the parking lot, you don't have to worry about students using costly key tags or control cards. What's that?
Capital cost savings are major.
Oh, we've got somebody. Somebody's got their hold music on. If you can mute your microphones, please. A watch list with the watch and the actions on the embedded side. Instead of having students lose costly ID tags, they pull up to the arm gate where the camera's watching. It reads their license plate. They're on the list. They're allowed in this parking lot. It opens up the gate. I call that the good cop scenario. The bad cop scenario is I've got a business owner and I've fired an employee, and I'm worried that employee is going to come back and have some kind of reaction or anger. I take their license plate, I put it onto the watch list, and when that employee shows up in the parking lot and uses that license plate recognition camera, it sends an email to the office staff that says, hey, somebody is in here in the parking lot that's not supposed to be here. We can do that on the embedded side, and then we can do that multiple times on the server-based side, even tying into things like the National Criminal Information Center or NCIC database for known warrants, felonies, Megan's Law, watching for Amber Alerts, things like that. That data's held by the FBI, and every state, local authority, highway patrol, etc., daily sends in their new information to that database. If it's a police agency that has access to that database, we can help them tie into it with their video management system to automatically trigger actions off of license plates. Again, license plate recognition, very, very, very low cost as compared to other license plate recognition systems out there. We are the least expensive license plate recognition software company out there, and on top of that, we give you the flexibility of being a software piece that you choose the hardware that you go with.
Looks like your audio cut out. If you are needed. Get Dave back on. Dave, we can't hear your audio. Just give us a second, folks.
Insight plan, design, implement, and operate real-time networking, wireless, and security infrastructures. Insight assists clients and small business.
Please mute your phones, everyone. Thank you. folks. We're going to give him another 2 minutes to call back in, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up left off. And if not, then we'll be sure to send out any additional resources to you folks.
Dave McCleary.
How are you?
Dave was probably getting to the sales channel portion of the presentation. Dave,
Yes. Who's the call there?
Able to get back on?
Hey.
Dave Drew.
I'm in there right now. I'm not sure what's going on. And I can hear the audio.
We're getting a little bit of feedback.
Yeah, I've got it because I've had it on 2.
Oh, I view in the WebEx actually, so we lost your presentation.
Okay, I'm showing myself in there. And
oh, I got you back. We change you to printer. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened. You should go to
okay.
center ball.
And where did I drop off?
Let's see.
Something at the best cost, something like that.
It was right after the.
Yeah, I think you were about to tell us about the exclusive agreement with Ingram, weren't you?
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of feedback here.
Good over here.
Yeah, Dave, you might have it open on your web. It had the WebEx audio portion. If called in as well too, it'll feed back between the two.
Dave, I can
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
We're coming up short on time, so did you want to give any last-minute thoughts, and we can also send the slides out to everyone if there are any additional questions?
Where did I leave off on the products? And I can just very quickly summarize.
Yes, please. Does around the license plate, the LPR systems.
I completely skipped Orchid. You see the presentation up on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, if I were to tell you about Orchid very quickly, small to medium business type some application. It currently shooted up to about 32 cameras. That is a physical limitation. We can do more. However, it is really driven towards small to medium business applications. Orchid will need to grow. The way Orchid coming is a small to medium business and then moving into more of an enterprise, eventually overtaking what, not overtaking, but becoming what enterprise surveillance manager is in a tiered structure. Basically, it's built around simplicity. I can take ORCID, and I have taken ORCID, and in a system where some never touched a video management system before, in about 5 to 10 minutes, have them operating it optimally as if they were somebody that's sitting in front of a VMS for years. It's very, very simple to operate. Same thing on the installation side for integrators. It's very, very easy to teach them how to use a VMS software that they've never seen before in a matter of minutes. Products is our steel thin server line. Again, keeping in mind that we do everything from small, so we can take small video management systems like our ORCID or Access Camera Station, Milestones, lower end products, and ride them on our server themselves. All the way up into very large server pieces. We can do up to 96 terabytes of storage with 12 full-core Xeon V3 processors. Very robust servers. Everything is made by us. We don't go and OEM it from somebody else and mark it up. These are servers that we manufacture. And it gives us a lot of flexibility. And several times I've had customers call me saying, hey, I server from somebody else, but it's missing these features. I see that in your server line, and I can generally create a custom server for them very quickly and at a lower cost than what they'd be paying for that server from somebody else. So we're flexible in what we do with our server line as well. Again, that's not limited to just our software products either. I sell just many servers to Milestone customers, Exact customers, etc., that I do my own customers for my software. I'd like to open it up for any questions you guys have about who are the company or those 4 products.
Dave, hi. Recently in Ingram, I guess you are, must be, yeah. How did IPConfigure?
I came on in April. Have worked with me in the past when I was with that Axis.
Yes, yes.
So a little background on myself. For 5 years as their accounts manager, previous to that as a field engineer.
Yeah, because I didn't know. I thought it must have been fairly recently that you moved over. So, what's your dealer network like? Do you guys have a limited list of certified dealers? Is there certification required?
We do have a training program. We don't require certification at this time. It's a road we're looking down. We have a very small dealer base as it stands right now. Each regional sales manager is responsible for their own dealer base in their territory. I can tell you out west, personally, I try to keep it to about 3 dealers per major metro so that I'm not flooding the market. If we want to bring on new dealers, I'm all for that in evaluating where they're at. I do believe in fair competition. However, we don't want to see 100 dealers in every city and everybody trying to cut us for that business. So,
is affected by a certification or training level?
Not. So we do have a model, much like you saw with Axis, authorized a gold and a platinum level. Being national systems integrators, gold being high volume dealers, and authorized people who have just signed up. And a discount level associated with that as well. However, on a project basis, we're not going to totally rule somebody out from hitting that higher pricing if they bring a project to us. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it's similar to Axis's structure.
Very similar in the pricing structure. And again, we are also, just like Axis was, we are a 2-tier distribution model. So we sell to you guys as a distributor who then in turn sells to integrators. I can tell you right now that if there is not a dealer agreement in place, we don't require upfront a deal agreement in place for a purchase. It's them additional discount. So we will sell to anybody you want to sell to. However, if they're doing volume and they're return customers, we're going to encourage them to get a dealer agreement in place so that we can give them additional discount.
Okay. You do sell direct to the integrator channel. You sell only
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. We will not go direct to the integrators or to the end users.
Are different tiers of discounts for your different distributors, or are all disties on a level playing field?
Level playing field until a project comes up. Now, that being the relationships with the regional sales managers as well. If you guys come to me with a project, of course, I'm going to take care of you. But projects that we're putting out, or projects that are coming to us that are agnostic, or we really build it around the relationships. At a base level, it's an even playing field. However, if you come to us with a project or you come to us with a relationship, we're going to protect that with pricing. We work through you guys, Annexer, ESC, Scansus, Gray Bar. I'm very excited about the relationship. I'm excited about what's already been going on between our regional sales managers and people in the field. I feel the most energy and opportunity coming out of you guys than 90% of that list.
Beautiful.
Hey, Dave and Dave, this is Marzani. IPConfigure came on about a month ago with us, and to be honest, it's been short of stellar with you guys as far as communication. Brad's been actively engaged with myself and Shadi and making sure that obviously everything is up and running, getting materials out, communication to the sales team. We have an extremely strong physical security team today. I'm sure you guys know Santiago Lorraine. He came over from ScanSource and has been selling IPConfigure for an extremely long time, so we've been kind of relying on him with some of the education piece. So, Ingram as a whole is extremely excited as well about with the relationship. From a VMS category, your competitors haven't really made the time or the investment in working with Ingram and educating us on the VMS solution. So, having you guys, come out and talk to us and be front and center on the education piece really goes a long way in showing your commitment and working with us.
And Mike, and that's one thing I can say, Mike, and to everybody on the call, one thing about us is truly that relationship that we build. And there's something to be said. As Dave mentioned, I came from Axis, IPConfigure, by choice, and I wasn't lured away. There was nothing hidden about this. I mean, it was a great opportunity with a great company, and to make a jump like that into a company like IPConfigure, I think it speaks volumes about what this company is and what it does. It really is built around relationships. So as we continue to move forward, in the field, our salespeople build a relationship with your salespeople. We're all about education, getting in front of you guys via webinars or even lunch and learns, or however we want to shape that. Very much forming a strong relationship with you guys and keeping you informed and educated. This is a great starting piece right here. However, I would really encourage, and I'll follow up in an email with you and Mike and to Shadi, our sales organization, and I'll copy our guys in the sales department and just encourage, hey, we need to be talking once a week or every other week at least. Only keeping you guys informed on what's going on with the products and what's going on with the projects, but educating you guys on where we are as a company as well.
Awesome. We've unfortunately run out of time today, but thank you so much for jumping on the call with our team. We'll send out the recording as well as the slide deck. We'll have that available on the CHAMP site along with any other resource files. And thank you again to Dave Drew for taking the time to present this training to our team. And thank you for everyone for attending. And please reach out to Mike Marzani if you have any additional questions.